Hey everyone, I hope you well. This is CoinsKid. Just going to dive into XRP once again. Thank you for support. Okay, big up the CoinsKid crew. So, the reason I'm showing this Bitcoin rainbow chart is to validate this deeper correction that I think that XRP is going through, and a potential rally over the next couple of weeks, couple of months, where we do rally into the weekly EMAs, and then we do actually start to come back down, and we meet that 1618 fib target that I was showing you yesterday. So at the minute, I think XRP is looking for around about 27 cents. That's what it is. It's because it's lost support. Like I said to you, you lose support, you've got targets to the downside, you break resistance, you've got targets to the upside. Okay, and Bitcoin XRP was holding that key support from last summer, but now that it's lost it, it's got a target to the downside, a minimal target in my opinion. So coupled with this chart here, you can see that we're in this big correction at the moment. For me, Bitcoin topped last year, and it's been in this large irregular ABC correction. Just there, we came up in 2019, which I remember really well, and then we went through a year-long correction that came back down into this blue zone. Okay, and what an amazing entry point down there. Look at that, $5,919. Okay, for Bitcoin just there, 4,000. Sorry, in the March crash just there, the Corona dump, and then from there start to come back up. Okay, so this is what I think we're looking at for crypto. Okay, I could be completely wrong, obviously, but I think that this cycle here is changed. Okay, and the charts here are telling me that as well. You've got an upcycle correction, and I think we've got another upcycle after this correction's done. So where is the bottom? And I try to use technical analysis and trend lines and RSIs and Fibonacci, but this rainbow chart is pretty cool, and this actually specifically says if you're in a zone, buy. Now, one thing I don't want to see here, for those of you not follow the Bitcoin updates, is if you lose this blue zone right here, if this chart, okay, and it starts to invalidate and you come down and lose this blue zone, like I said to you, even a 55 monthly EMA, okay, for those of you who don't watch the Bitcoin videos, that is a major level of support for me. If you start to see Bitcoin come down and constantly close under that 55 EMA on the monthly time frame, that's quite a negative statement from Bitcoin, and it's a negative statement for crypto. And it could mean that you've come up like this and you've got this kind of big double top just there, and then you're rolling into a multi-year bear market, and all structure, these price charts and technical analysis is out the window, because at that point you're just going to start to come down. You can see how you could start to lose this key support here, and this could actually be some kind of bubble that's popping. Okay, so please take note of this, because I do personally think that if you start to lose structure here of this previous all-time high here as well, and this gets back tested, what is this? This is 20k, isn't it, in 2017, roughly up there, $19,000, 2017 December, which I really remember really well. You can see if you do start to come down and you start to lose that, you're doing something that you've never done, and in my opinion, you're losing structure. Okay, now you can see this peak here, this came down and into the blue here, so there is a possibility that we're going through this sort of scenario where we come down, bounce off the blue, and start to come back up again. We've got that huge impulsive move to the upside. Now, it is my opinion, and okay, nothing I say is financial advice, okay, but I think that we've gone through this big upcycle correction, and we've got this big upcycle, this kind of melt up that's coming before. I do think after this point here, you will go into a prolonged sideways bear market for Bitcoin. Okay, and it's cooked at that point, and potentially roll over, go sideways, just crab along for many years, and then start to come back upstairs, and then I think that the cycles will start to get more drawn out, and the reason I think that is because the charts here are telling me that it's nothing like the previous cycles. So with that, should we expect it to even go to the red, or even expect it to go to the blue? There's so many uncertainties, isn't there? There's absolutely no guarantees in this space. It's why it's so volatile. No one can actually say if it's going to 100% do this or 100% do that. In my opinion, everything is all about support and resistance, and right now you are losing key levels of support on Bitcoin, so you're coming down. So where is the bottom? So this is what we do, try to find the bottom. So for me, I think that the bottom is on this blue band, and with that, this is why I do think that XRP is looking for that 27 cents. I don't think the correction is necessarily over here, and it marries up with the fact that we've got this blue zone down here for Bitcoin. So with that, you potentially see XRP come down as well, okay, to them levels that I'm showing you. But it's so important that XRP holds this key level support. I'm going to show you this key level support right now for XRP, because if it doesn't, it could be in trouble. Okay, and I'm going to show you right now. Okay, so I do apologise for rambling on there, but this is the weekly time frame. This is what I think XRP is looking for right now. Okay, I think that you're coming down. I do think you're going to get some kind of relief rally, because you're getting really overextended from these EMAs. You see this, you're in a death cross right now, which is not a nice thing. Look, you got the death cross just there. You came down, you bounced, and you rallied into it as resistance, and then you continue to fizzle out and roll. So it's really important. Two key levels of support for me right now. One is this low that you're putting in December. Okay, because if you start to lose that, I do think you're potentially putting in a reversal wave here. Okay, So I'm going to keep an eye on this going forward, and this here is your most important level of support for me for XRP, you know, around about 11 cents. Now I do think potentially, like I said to you, if you start to zoom out, you can see something that's beginning to form here. You can see that what you've done, you've got a high and you've got a lower high. You've got a low. So right now, this could actually be, on a macro time frame here, some kind of double top. Okay, so this is your high, this is your second high, which is lower high. Now, if you start to come down, you cascade and you start to fall through support and you come down, you're having a retest of this low just there. If you start to lose that, wow, things will get extremely ugly for XRP. And like I said to you, that could be, you know, a precursor to the fact that the bubble's popping here and we're not looking at this appreciation to the upside. So this is quite a scary update, but it is what it is. You know, it's technical analysis, it's support and resistance. This, my friends, is a massive level of support for XRP that it put in March of 2020, the Corona dump. If you ever see XRP come down and lose that, you know, not financial advice, but I do think you'll be in a whopping impulsive wave to the downside. And I can give you that target, okay? It's all Fibonacci. So if I go from here to here, you can see that your minimal target would be the 1272, which is 0.05 cents, okay? That would be an initial target. And with that, you could see you really are beginning to roll here. And you've got some kind of, you know, multi-year bear market that XRP is going to enter. You know, anything can happen, basically. But I don't want to scare you too much. It's all about support and resistance. For me, I'm more biased towards the fact that we're coming down, we're going to hold support, and we're going to have a really good 2023, because I think that we're looking at some kind of melt up. So if we take a look at the previous cycle, you've got a high, you've got a lower high, then you squeezed just before you came down, you retested this low here, which was this low. So this is some kind of double top here. Okay, you squeezed like that, and then you retested this low, not quite to the same level before you exploded. So, you know, this is what I'm saying. It could get really nasty here for XRP. Does something like this, fizzles out, comes back down, and then breaks out to the upside. Okay, so we'll keep an eye going forward, but I think that the minimal target that XRP is looking for right now is this white line here. Do you see this? The white line, 027. Now there is a bit of TA here that's backing this up. So if I show you right now, you're looking at a reversal wave from there to there because you've lost this support. Okay, do you see this? You've lost this support just there. This summer lows, like I said to you, really, really important. You held them summer lows last year and you've now lost them. So that's your key resistance going forward. Like I said to you, I do think a key test of resistance is going to happen, and it would be here. Okay, that's your key resistance going forward. You coil up here, come up, retest that. If you can get through, fantastic. If you can get through the EMAs, fantastic. And your correction is actually over here for XRP, okay? But I do think you are in a minimal target to that white line, which is 027. Now, is it going to get there today or tomorrow? I don't think it will, because the market moves in waves, just like this, okay? You came down, you come back up, and then you came down again. So I think that what you're looking at over the next couple of months is some kind of retest of key resistance before you roll and you eventually come to that line, okay? Now, your secondary key level of support is this low here that you created in December. Now you start to see XRP come down below that, that's really negative. And in fact, what you're doing here, you're retracing to this low, okay, which you're putting an impulsive move, you're retracing to this low. If you start to lose that low, you'll create a reversal wave to the downside, okay? And I can give you them targets, and I've given you them targets in previous videos. You can see that the retest would be at a bare minimal the 1272, which would see you lose that low in March 2020, which again I've shown you, if you start to do that, that's really, really negative for XRP. So that's just basically an update, you know, for XRP. Is it going to do it? Who knows, you know, but it's all about support and resistance. For me, I think that this white trend line here is going to be an amazing entry point, because I think at that point, when you start to come down, I think you've come down, you've met your low, you've had your correction, retrace to this low, and with that you're going to look at another impulsive move. Now I do think that from 2022 to 2023 we are looking at upside here, especially for XRP, because with the SEC as well. I think it comes as early as March. If I'm wrong, please tell me, an update on the video. But you know, I'm rambling on today, I do apologize, but this is my long-term outlook for XRP. I think that what you're doing here, you're coming down, this is a big third impulsive wave, you're going to come up in a 4, and then you're going to have a final little rug pull down here onto this white trend line, okay, for me. And with that, I do think that's going to offer a generational opportunity, because at that point, you know, if you held that support and retest of support down there, and the technical target, the 1618, you're looking at $6.60 minimal for me, for XRP going forward. And that is my outlook for XRP going forward. And I think 2023 it could actually get up there, okay? But again, nothing I say is financial advice, everything is for educational and entertainment purposes only. But just there, if we take a look at the monthly time frame, I said I'll show you something just here. We was creating a really nice little bullish pattern here, okay, that got me really bullish, but you can see we're losing the 55, which is negative. Just here, we've got this little falling wedge pattern, haven't we, that we're creating. And like I said to you, get really close to the apex, and you can see we've got really close, and then we've fallen out of it. Now, this actually has a technical target, okay? If if you start to break the resistance, you do usually come up to where you create the wedge. But if you lose support, you do actually have a technical target, and the technical target can be calculated like that. So you can see that pretty much you've lost it there. Now, where's your destination? It's the white line. Do you see that? So, you know, I do think that XRP potentially rally into this resistance. You know, even this trend line, you might wick inside again, but these levels here, your EMAs on the monthly, are going to be your key resistance. At that point, it's going to come down, and I do think you're going to get that retest eventually down there on that white trend line. Okay, so that's basically XRP. Hope you enjoyed that little update. That's my outlook. 027. I think it's trying to get there. Okay, take care, everyone. Back soon with another update on XRP. Stay healthy, stay strong, stay tuned. Bye bye.